In recent news, it all centres around ExtarEmily, who's been caught in the middle of ongoing controversy tied to viewbotting allegations, and everything that came out of that wider discussion online. Clips, screenshots, and debates have been circulating non-stop, with people picking apart numbers, past streams, and even unrelated moments trying to build a narrative. Now what started as discussion quickly turned into full-on pressure. ExtarEmily went live and made it clear she's stepping away, at least for now, sharing in the following.
But thank you guys. I will work on my mental health during my break and keep you guys updated on everything. If I were to say anything, it would either be in my Discord or my offline chat. Probably my offline chat if I were to say anything during my break. Or the Discord. To join the Discord, I don't know, maybe I'll say some stuff in announcements or something. But everything else I'm gonna go dark. I'm gonna go dark on socials. Gonna stay off the internet for my break and do some thinking and hopefully come back stronger than ever. That would be nice. We'll have to see. But thank you again for all the support. I don't think I'm gonna quit. I don't think I'm gonna quit. There's no way, right? There's no way I quit. There's no way. So, just a little break.
On one side, you've got people who are genuinely supportive. There are viewers saying the internet clearly went too far, that constant accusations and pressure can get overwhelming fast, and that stepping away is probably the smartest move she could make right now. Some are even directly calling out the people who piled on, saying this is exactly what happens when online discourse turns into harassment. But on the other side, the skepticism hasn't gone anywhere. A lot of people are still tying everything back to the original allegations. They're questioning the timing of the break, suggesting it's a way to avoid accountability or let the situation cool off before coming back later. Some are even framing it as a calculated move. Take time off, reset the narrative, and return once attention shifts elsewhere. And then there's a third layer to this, which is more about the broader culture. People pointing out how fast situations like this spiral. One moment it's a debate about viewership numbers. The next it's a creator stepping away entirely because of the pressure. It's become a pattern, where the line between criticism and dogpiling disappears almost instantly. According to the latest clip and post circulating, ExtarEmily is considering quitting streaming for good to pursue a master's degree, with mentions of aiming for a school like Stanford University. She's framing it around having a unique story and potentially using that to transition into something completely different outside of content creation, sharing in the following.
It's a little MBA. Did you know that the Stanford MBA program is 2% acceptance rate? I wouldn't even get in. I would not even get in. I was thinking, like, because I went to Columbia and like I have like a very non-traditional story where I'm like a Twitch streamer, I'm like, maybe I could get in. But then I'm like, you have to have recommendations. Like, you have to get recommendation letters. You have to have people like vouch for you. You have to network with alumni. And I'm like, Stanford seems a little bit hard to get into. But I mean, I do have an interesting story, I guess. It's like unique, my Twitch story. So maybe there's a chance, but...
This is where everything around the ViewBot situation starts to shift from speculation into actual consequences. Up until now, most of the conversation has been about accusations, who's botting, who isn't, and whether these sites are even legit. But this update flips the focus onto the people running those sites, and how they're using creators' names, and externally getting called out for using bots. If you missed that video, the link is in the description. In the latest, Pokimane took it off-platform. She contacted her lawyer, and according to her, the result was immediate, sharing in the following.
A bunch of people sent me this this ViewBot website of some sort, and they were saying that they used me as a reference, which obviously I've never used that service, let alone heard of it. So I emailed my lawyer and I was like, hey, can you get me removed from this page? And apparently that website doesn't exist anymore, so that's good. I don't know. I think it's just a good lesson in, guys, please be careful what you believe online, what you see online. Please don't believe everything you see. Make sure to do your homework. Make sure to do your due diligence. And it's not the only website that I've seen use my likeness without my permission. There have been certain like management websites that use my name and likeness, and I'm like, girl, I don't work with you. What in the world?
Some people immediately sided with her. They're saying this proves a lot of these sites aren't credible to begin with. If they're willing to throw random creators onto their platform without permission, then their claims about who is or isn't viewbotting become a lot harder to trust. From that perspective, taking legal action wasn't just justified, it was necessary. Then you've got another group pointing out something important. Just because someone appears on a site like that doesn't mean they're actually using it. That idea has been floating around more and more, that these sites might list big names to look legitimate, not because those creators are involved, but not everyone is convinced. There are still people trying to connect dots between different creators, different situations and timing, suggesting that the site disappearing raises even more questions instead of answering them. This situation is basically the fallout stage of everything that's already happened, and now you're seeing creators start to reflect, backtrack, and deal with how they handled it in real time. It centers around Jason the Ween, who earlier in the situation publicly defended D4VD before all the details were fully out. At the time, his stance was pretty simple, leaning into that innocent until proven guilty mindset, and backing someone he either knew or believed didn't deserve the immediate backlash. But, as more information came out and the narrative shifted, so did his position. In a recent stream, he admitted he spoke too early, sharing in the following.
You defended him? I've defended him before any evidence came out. I shouldn't have done that. And I'll say this over and over again, bro. I fucked up. I'll never do that again, bro. Dad, I told you not to? Dude. I was just like, the one time I don't fence it, bro. Not gonna go over it again.
On one side, you've got people who are actually defending him. Their argument is that this is exactly what you want to see, someone adjusting their stance when new information comes out. They're saying he didn't double down, he didn't try to twist it. He just admitted he jumped to the gun and corrected himself. To them, that's consistency, not hypocrisy. Some even frame it as him sticking to a principle, starting from innocent until proven guilty, then changing position when evidence shifts. From that perspective, the criticism he's getting now doesn't really make sense. But on the other side, people aren't letting him off that easy. There's a strong group saying the issue isn't that he changed his mind, it's that he spoke in the first place. They're pointing out that by defending someone early, especially publicly, he helped shape the narrative during the most chaotic part of the situation. And to them, walking it back after the fact doesn't undo that impact. Then you've got another layer that's more personal. Some people are framing it as ego-driven, saying streamers are too quick to jump into situations, give takes, and defend people without thinking through the consequences. And when it goes wrong, they just pivot and move on. Here's what creates the second tower in Tomodachi life. National tragedy ensues.
We asked residents for their reactions.
I did it.
That makes me so happy.
Wait, why did the second tower just say I did it?
I'm Julie Hart. Interrupt to date.
What did he do? No! What? What do you mean I did it? Dude, that was where you decided to admit to it? What's up with the second tower?
Dorothea gets sniped by Forsen Bays in PUBG.
Do you have a medikit for me?
Action is coming. Action is coming.
Rest in peace!